Imagine buying your dream home, only to realize you can never leave. Every single road leads back to the same house. You try to drive away, you try to walk, you try to run, but it doesn't matter. You are trapped in a suburban nightmare that doesn't just want your time, it wants your entire life. This is the hellish reality of Vivarium, and by the end of this recap, you're going to realize this movie isn't just a horror story, it's a warning. Our story starts with Tom and Gemma. They're a young, average couple, probably looking for that first step into adulthood, buying a home. They walk into a real estate office that looks like it hasn't been updated since 1995, meet a weird agent named Martin, and agree to check out a new development called Yonder.
We could take a look if you like. Do you have a vehicle?
And honestly, Yonder looks perfect. It's filled with identical bright green houses under a sky that looks, well, almost fake.
Welcome to Yonder.
Martin gives them a quick tour of house number 9, says, "Take your time," and then he just vanishes. Tom and Gemma are initially annoyed, but they decide to head back to the city. They get in their car, they drive, but after an hour, they're still in Yonder. They see house number 9 right in front of them again.
Number 9?
They didn't turn around, they didn't get lost, they just couldn't leave.
Tom.
At this point, I will be so scared. They decide to spend the night here. They enter the house and found a gift on the fridge. But as soon as they ate the strawberry, they realize that they don't taste anything. After this suck dinner, they go to sleep into the bedroom, where Gemma mentions she never feel this complete silence before.
I've never heard such silence.
In the morning, Tom grabs a ladder from the car and he uses it to climb the roof of the house, but he can only see are the endless identical of houses. At this point, Tom's brain just blue screened. Error 404, exit not found. As he goes down, Tom decides to try something different. He follows the sun. Every fence he jumps is just the universe politely saying, "Nope, try again." This takes them the whole day and it is night already when they found a house with the lights on. They rush inside just to find another strawberries and glasses on the table. They still can't believe it. They run to the front and confirm their suspicions. They're back on the same house, 9. This time, there's a box on the street. Gemma opens it and found some personal hygiene products and foods. Now, our Gemma is very angry. She walks into the street, yelling that the agent will come back, like something will happen.
Come back!
In a fit of pure rage, Tom sets the house on fire. He burns the living room, watches the smoke rise, and they sleep on the front lawn, hoping the smoke will attract a rescue team. When they wake up the next morning, there's another box in the middle of the street. When Gemma opens it, there's a baby inside and a message. Now look, if you were trapped in a hellish suburban loop, would you actually raise the kid? Would you just let it starve? Let me know in the comments. How long would you last before losing your mind? Gemma picks the baby, and they realize the house is completely untouched. 98 days passed. Yes, only 3 months. The baby grows at an impossible, terrifying speed. He is already the size of a 7-year-old boy, but his voice is a deep, unnatural monotone drone.
Someone must be watching.
One morning, he just stands at the end of the bed and stares at them. Then he asks to be measured.
Measure me!
They go downstairs, and Gemma measured the boy's height on the wall, where we can see a lot of similar marks. Gemma said that he is growing like a dog, and he asks Gemma what a dog is. She tells him that she already explained what the dog is. He literally became a dog and woofing around. He stops and says something.
Overwhelmed again, mother.
Gemma tells him she's not his mother, and when he asks who his mother is, she replies, "Only God knows." Whoa, he roasts the kid. The boy goes back into being a dog. Then stops to only scream at them. Gemma and Tom know that he must eat. Only stops when the cereal is ready. After their breakfast, Tom throws all into the box, which he leaves into the street. While the boy stares into the box, Tom and Gemma sits with a pickaxe in hand, although Gemma thinks it's useless because whoever brings the food never show up. Gemma then go inside to make coffee. Meanwhile, Tom lights up a cigarette, which after smoking it, he throws at the boy. Then the cigarette bounces and falls on the ground, and it creates a full circle. Tom immediately notices and decides to dig in the ground. He goes to the car and retrieves some tools. At first, Gemma helps him, but soon she decides it's pointless. When she looks around, she realizes the box was already gone. She asks the boy if he moved it, but he shakes his head to say no. Then asks Tom, but he is just really focused on his digging because finally it gives him hope. So she leaves him to it. Later that night, Gemma is in bed waiting for Tom to sleep together. She asks him why he spent the whole day digging. He replies that there's got to be a bottom that leads somewhere.
Nah, we're already there.
After Tom takes a shower, they make love without noticing that the boy is spying on them. Oh no. The next morning, they start going through the usual routine, but this time, Tom has a mission to dig. Gemma offers to help,
Wait for me, I'll come with you.
but Tom wants to do it alone, so she washes the clothes instead. The boy being a dog again, but then he turns on the TV, but the screen only displays bizarre, pulsating fractal patterns that look like alien barcode, which he stares at for hours in a hypnotic trance. Nighttime, Tom notices Gemma inside the car and decides to join her. They love there because it feels like their actual home. While trying to chill, Tom accidentally hits the radio it turns on. They realize that it is still working, so they turn on the lights too and get out of the car to dance on the streets. The boy came out and watches them, then joins them. Bro accidentally pushed Tom, but unfortunately Tom's mental health was already on its last life. Tom rushes back into the house and Gemma checks on the boy, who stands up and continues to dance even without music. Then, we Gemma putting the boy to bed and asking him to give her and Tom some privacy sometimes, but our boy doesn't understand. He calls her mother again when he wishes her goodnight. Gemma reminds him. She isn't his mother before closing the door.
I'm not your mother.
The boy immediately starts screaming, and Gemma rushes back in and shakes him while asking what he wants. After repeatedly being told to shut up, the boy finally stops screaming and starts mimicking Tom. Gemma was enraged and calls him disgusting.
Disgusting.
She joins Tom in their bed, cuddling him and kissing him, trying to be intimate with him. But our Tom was too tired for it. Days continue to pass with the three of them going through the same routine over and over. The hole is getting bigger and he can hear a noise coming from under the soil, which pushes him to keep digging. He discovers the same noise was coming from the weird TV show the boy watches. They try to turn the TV off, but the boy takes the remote back and turns it on again. They decide to leave him to it and go back to bed. After more exhausting days, Tom finally snaps. He grabs the boy's cereal bowl and throws it against the wall and grabs him into the car, where he locks him up with the intention of starving him to death. Gemma was worried to the boy and asks him for the key, but Tom pushes her back into the house and to the floor, where he reminds her they're not the kid's parents. Maybe if the kid is about to die, someone will come to rescue him. Gemma pushes Tom, and after thinking about it, she asks him what happened if nobody comes for him. Tom said if it dies, maybe they'll be freed.
Okay, if they don't want it to die, they'll come for it.
Gemma can't stand the idea of waiting for the boy to die, so she quickly snatches the car keys from him and free the boy from the car. He accepts to go with her after she assures him he won't allow Tom to hurt him again. More days pass. One evening, Gemma puts the boy to bed and explains to him what dreams are, since he never had one. After he lays down, she decides to stay there and sleep with him. The boy takes the chance to hug her while Tom sleeps inside the hole. Poor Tom. Since the car incident, Gemma and the boy ignore Tom, and now he eat his meals alone. Gemma and the boy spend time together, playing and having picnic, but at night, Gemma cries alone in her bed, feels sad. One morning, after readying, Gemma was about to wake up the boy, but he wasn't there. After searching the whole house, she asks Tom, but he hasn't seen him either, and doesn't care. He only have one goal, is to dig. Gemma decides to walk around to search him. After a couple of hours, she was sent back to house 9. She finds that the boy is returned, and now standing by the hole with a book, which Gemma reads, and the book is filled with symbols she doesn't recognize, and various weird drawings that includes from the TV. She then approaches the boy, who is watching TV, and asks him where he had gone earlier. He replies, he's been solving a mystery, and when Gemma asks what he discovered, he only says, lots and lots. She also asks if he met anyone new, to which he replies yes, but isn't allowed to say whom. Gemma comes up with a plan. She turns off the TV and tells the boy they're going to play pretend. She asks him to mimic her, Tom and a dog. The boy does them all perfectly, then tells him to mimic the person he met today, and the boy freaks her out when he suddenly starts making the noises from the TV. Scared and crying, Gemma backs away, and the boy calls her mother. Gemma reminds him yet again that she isn't his mother, she just wants to go home, but the boy calls her silly because she's already home. The boy has grown into a young adult that looks very similar to Martin. Gemma prepares the dinner and leaves him eating alone at the table. She takes her and Tom's dishes to their bedroom, where they eat in private. When Tom asks her what's in her mind, she says she should have let him kill the boy when he was still young. Agreed. Tom comforts him and tells her she didn't because she's a good person. While he takes a shower, it shows his bruises from the digging and he's become sick, so Gemma has to help him wash. The next morning, the boy is leaving the house with the book as his usual routine. Gemma tries to follow him, but it doesn't take her long to get lost in the loop that always takes her back to House 9. Meanwhile, Tom is still digging and finally manages to find something, but he freaks out when he realizes what is it? A big vacuum bag with a body inside. Oh no. Scared, Tom climbs out and hears Gemma calling out for him, and call her name too. But he's having trouble breathing, so he lowers himself on the ground. Gemma finds him. After kissing him, she helps him stand up again and walks him to the house, only to find the door is locked. She goes to look through the window, where she sees the boy watching TV and ignores her. They have no choice but to sleep in the car. When Gemma wakes up, she finds Tom's gotten incredibly worse. She rushes out of the car and fiercely knocks on the door. When the boy comes out, she pleads for help for Tom. The boy just replies, it's maybe time for him to be released. If I were her, I'll knock him to the ground. Feeling defeated, Gemma sits with Tom, helping him light his last cigarette and remembering the day they met as the sun comes down. After that, Tom tells her being with her is being home and passed away. Damn after his hard work. Gemma cries as she clings to his body. Later, the boy returns with a box and finds Gemma sleeping on Tom's body. She wakes up when she hears him and checks the box. It is a vacuum bag for body. She backs off, and the boy proceeds to put Tom's body inside the bag before throwing it into the hole. Gemma follows him, but she can do nothing but watch. Please, revenge our Tom. The next morning, Gemma is hiding inside the car, waiting for the boy to come out of the house. When he shows up and starts searching for her, she waits for him to turn around and attacks him from behind with the pickaxe. Like Steve from Minecraft. The boy hisses and runs away on all four, crawling under the pavement. Gemma dives in after him and falls through a terrifying multi-dimensional loop. She plummets through the sub-layers of Yonder, crashing into the living rooms of other identical houses. In these rooms, she sees other couples who were trapped just like them. Some are crying in despair. One man is committing suicide in a bathtub, and all of them are being starved and driven insane by their own mutant children. Yonder isn't just one trap. It is a massive automated human farming engine. Gemma is spat back out into her own reality at house number 9, completely broken and physically dying from the fall. The adult boy stands over her, holding a new body bag. With her final breaths, Gemma looks at him and asks, "What am I to you?" The boy looks down with zero emotion and replies, "A mother. Just someone who prepares a child for the world." Gemma says, "You're a monster." The boy calmly responds, "To me, you're just natural." Gemma dies. The boy zips her up in the bag, throws her into the pit right on top of Tom, and covers it over with dirt until the lawn looks perfectly manicured once again. No landlord footprint left behind. He packs his things, gets into Tom's old car, and drives out of Yonder through the gates. He drives straight back to the real estate office where the movie started. Inside the office, the old agent, Martin, is old, withered, and dying in his chair. The boy walks in, puts on a name tag, and slides the old Martin into a body bag, stuffing him into a filing cabinet like an old utility bill. The boy sits down at the desk, fixes his tie, and plasters on a fake, robotic smile. A new unsuspecting young couple walks through the front door, looking for an affordable house. The loop resets. The cuckoo bird has successfully taken over the nest, and that, guys, is why you should always just rent an apartment. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.